thing.
Okay.
Fuchek seen on video yelling profanities and holding a gun, charged in what his arrest warrant calls a racially motivated assault.
There's a reason you're using profanity.
Damn right I'm a carry gun, because I'm a 35-year former Navy SEAL, and I was the head of the SWAT team in Hillsborough County.
Yikes, that clip is pretty hard to even bear to watch because there's a lot we can discuss on this. Stay tuned and we will debunk a lot of this. What is up, guys? You're tuning in to NickyMGTV for another video. As always, you can hit me up on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, or down in the comments below. Also, hit notification bell, subscribe, like, all that stuff. If you're new to the channel, please, appreciate it. Also, I'm plugging my gaming channel on every video because I'm also building that as well. If you want to see some live streams, first-person shooters, stuff like that, go over there where I stream almost nightly to just show you guys my personal side. But anyway, going into this, I want to let you guys know that this is one of the most despicable things. Typically, with Stolen Valor, I don't get as outraged as this, because this is literally at the point where I'm like, this is tarnished the name, not to the point of like trying to get personal gain of just like, ooh, look at me, I'm super cool because I wear this uniform and I resemble something. No, this is to the point where it has literally degraded somebody so bad. This guy is Joseph Fuchek, 58, of Miami. Now, you're probably wondering, how did he even get on this tyrant? So, anyway, what ended up happening was he was actually putting flyers in people's mailboxes. No one says what was even on the flyer yet to even, understand what he was doing. So, he ends up harassing a black man during this encounter.
After Wynn went to check on that flyer, authorities say Fuchek drove back around, said Wynn didn't actually own the home in question, and according to his arrest affidavit, went on a profanity-laced rant.
If your property, why didn't you walk over there?
And before driving away, the man from North Miami Beach said this.
No wonder why you have...
When you were about to say black...
Because you act stupid.
Oh, that's why we get shot. So now it's racial too.
His arrest affidavit says Fuchek yelled the N-word as he drove away.
And he goes into this as a 35-year veteran and with the Navy SEALs, right? And on top of that, he says that he was SWAT. All right, Joseph Fuchek. Dude, let's not just be the Ken Barbie doll and throw out every big wig name that we could think of to give us some credibility. What disgusts me is, from this perspective, is he was using the title as a power control to say that he was more legitimate or was able to overpower this guy. On top of that, he had a weapon in his hand, if that wasn't threatening enough, and he was on someone else's property. I'm assuming from the idea that he was putting stuff in people's mailboxes. He's not the post office. He's not, delivering mail to people as his primary job. So it meant it was for his own incentive. So I don't understand where the owner of this house or the resident of this house was in the wrong. This is so bad that his daughter even has come out saying that he is a narcissist and he's been lying about being a Navy SEAL for years. And that baffles me that now this is the only time he's been checked. That he's been going around telling people that he's a Navy SEAL and that's it. And it's sad because this will tarnish the name of Navy SEALs, will tarnish the name of people in the Navy. People now are going to question if they actually see anybody in the military when they see something like this. And it's tough because there's a lot of people that have served honorably that have really worked hard to do that and hold up the integrity of what it means to be a veteran, to be a service member, to do all this stuff. And, the benefit thing, I can joke on some people and say, all right, cool, you're being an idiot, you're out here just for the photos, right? But this is to the point where I'm disgusted that someone would degrade somebody of another race to this level. To even think that's how Navy SEALs conduct themselves is hilarious to me. Because I'll tell you this. I haven't worked with a ton of Navy SEAls. I've been in the Navy almost 12 years. I haven't worked with a ton of Navy SEAls. But I'll tell you this. None of them are walking around with their chest puffed out, ready to tell every person that they're a Navy SEAL. That's not how this works. If anything, they're probably going to be the last person to tell you, and everyone around them is going to tell you before they even tell you. In the video, he even says, go check his Purple Heart. By the way, if you're going to say an award that you have been awarded, probably the Purple Heart is not the main one that a Navy SEAL would be like, that is the token one that I've done. They've probably done a lot more if they were in combat. I'm just going to put that out there. And that's not a token of waving a flag of look at me, right? I have friends that personally do have Purple Hearts. They're not doing that. So it's frustrating because those people actually did get hurt in combat. And the other thing that I'm puzzled by is he does have a license plate in his Jeep or on his Jeep that did have a Purple Heart on it. So I'm like, where did he get this? Is there a process to, verify the claims that you truly do have a Purple Heart? Or is it an honor system where they're like, who would lie about having a Purple Heart to get a Florida license plate with this? So that baffles me. Maybe there should be some way to verify it at the DMV in order to ensure that people aren't just doing this for the benefits and make sure that there's not stolen valor. And to not misquote here, the Virginia pilot cites this saying he is a Ducek he says Fuchek is a father of two. He was twice accused of stalking his ex-wife and her new husband. According to one domestic violence petition, Fuchek showed psychotic behavior and repeated aggression over nearly a decade. Obviously, if this is true, you know where we're going. Next, it says the new husband reported that Fuchek at one point showed up at the gym dressed in military garb, claiming to have been a Navy SEAL and bragging how many people he killed in the war he fought, according to a 2013 petition. He also accused, while addicted to drugs, of repeatedly showing up to his ex-wife's home, threatening to kill her new husband. This guy, what happened? I want to know what the charges were from this time, because they don't even say what the result was, because obviously this guy, it sounds like the question of him having his Second Amendment rights is definitely on the fringe with this. And now with this case, it probably is going to be a charge where unless he can barter this down with a good lawyer, I'm not sure. And bringing up any bit of stolen valor obviously has to bring up the most famous person that has exposed any fake Navy SEAL, Don Shipley, in this case, because he tried to find him. He had photos of Fuchek previously wearing an incorrect uniform. There's nothing here to show what he was wearing, but he said it was very obvious that this was fake. He went down to Florida to try and find him, and he never did. And again, according to the Virginia pilot, it says that the phony military documents that he has, which claim he was wounded during the invasion of Panama in 1989, earning him the Purple Heart and a Silver Star. And that's my point, is if you earned a Silver Star, you would likely say that you were a recipient of the Silver Star versus a Purple Heart. That's a higher award. That just doesn't make sense. He didn't even understand the awards he was trying to fake. And how crazy, he went balls to the walls with this, because it says here, the guy claimed to be a vice admiral, which is kind of funny because there's only been 3 in the history of the Navy SEALs. That is according to the official Navy SEAL Museum. There's only been 3. So you would think he would be a bigger deal if that was the case, and probably would not need to flex it across everybody that he ever came across. And a lot of you guys are probably asking, how can we ensure people don't get these uniforms? Obviously, there are people that are going to pass away. There are people that are family members that may have them that just throw them in the trash. They end up being found at Goodwills, stuff like that. Obviously, people have a right to go shop at a uniform shop. I don't want to say there's people that are out there going to wear a Navy SEAL trident. There actually has been one that was on TV that was wearing one that did not earn it. That was a very junior sailor. That guy definitely, I don't know what happened, got in trouble, but just because you have the ability to buy uniform items does not mean you should wear them. People will call you out, especially on something on that grand of a scale. If there was something, for example, like a good service ribbon that mostly everybody gets as long as they know you've been in an amount of time, probably won't even second guess if you have it, even if you didn't have it. I'm not encouraging that. I'm just saying, if these people are going to lie about something, make it a little believable. It's just too much on the spectrum of extreme. And to get back to the root of the story, I'm really disgusted because, I believe in our community representing a lot more than people that are going to be out here harassing people that are at their homes, enjoying their lives. And especially, I don't know if this was a racial thing, even though he said some racial slurs. I don't know if that was the intent they're assuming it is. But as far as that goes, it looks like he is set for bond for $35,000 and will be seen this upcoming week for that issue. But let me know what you guys think about this guy in the comments below. What do you think about Stolen Valor in general? You know, there's some points where I have to draw the line because this is like whack-a-mole. Every time you get one Stolen Valor guy, you know, and trump him and say, hey, stop that, you know, and you ensure he's not going to do it again, you have another guy coming up trying to do the same thing. So, and he also, there's people that even get out, you know, that try and make up stories about their service. It just baffles me. Just honorably serve. If you want to join, join. If you want to wear the uniform, it's not that hard. But I guess some people are in their rocker chairs just filled with regret. But as always, if you guys do have questions about this or anything else, you can always hit me up on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, or down in the comments below. Also, check out that gaming channel I was talking about earlier in the video. Come hang out with us. I'm going to be streaming on there after this video is made and put up. So, again, I love you guys. I'll see you next time.